Imagine you've had a difficult day, the kind that leaves you feeling drained with a weight you don't want to bring home. So who do you tell? Your partner, who will likely worry, your best friend, who might immediately try to solve it. Or do you find yourself talking to the one person who feels like they'll never repeat a word? Have you ever wondered why it can feel easier to share our deepest, most embarrassing or painful secrets with a complete stranger than with the people we claim to love and trust the most? It isn't just you, and it's not always the alcohol talking. There is a well-understood and deeply human reason for this. It's a psychological phenomenon that plays out not just in dimly lit bars, but on crowded trains and across the anonymous expanse of the internet. Let's explore the psychology of why anonymity can feel safer than intimacy, and why your secrets often feel safest with a stranger.
The safety of anonymity. We could call it the bartender effect, but psychologists have a more official name for it: the stranger on the train phenomenon. It's an interesting observation that the people who know us the least are often the ones who get to see the most of us. We spend our lives building managed versions of ourselves for our friends and family. The competent employee, the loving partner, the reliable friend. These are our social identities, and we work hard to protect them. The challenge is, our secrets, our failures, and our difficult thoughts don't always fit within these identities. Sharing them with our inner circle feels like a significant risk. We worry about being judged. We worry about changing a relationship we care about. We worry about the long-term fallout from our confession. With the people we love, the social stakes are high, which can create an understandable anxiety around saying or doing the wrong thing. This is where the stranger becomes important. The bartender, the taxi driver, the person in the airplane seat next to you. They are temporary figures in your life story. They exist for a moment, disconnected from your past and your future. A confession to them is a self-contained event. It has no way of getting back to your boss, your partner, or your parents. This feeling of safety is all about the lack of consequences. When you share with a stranger, it can feel like releasing a pressure valve. The act itself provides a sense of relief and can help restore self-esteem that has been chipped away by guilt or shame. You get to unburden yourself without the fear that it will follow you home. In one study, bartenders reported that about 16% of their customers regularly share personal problems. Not always because of the drinks, but because of a deep need for a listening ear that comes with no strings attached. The anonymity isn't just a part of the deal. It's the entire foundation this fleeting intimacy is built on. The power of the blank slate. Another powerful reason we confide in strangers is because they're a blank slate. They offer something our loved ones, by definition, cannot: a completely fresh perspective. Think about it. When you tell your best friend you're thinking of quitting your job, their response is immediately colored by everything they know about you. They know about your student loans, your habits of changing your mind, and what your parents expect of you. They have emotional baggage in your life. Their advice, no matter how well-intentioned, is filtered through a complex web of shared history and personal bias. They're invested in what happens next, not just for you, but for how it might affect your relationship. A stranger has none of that. Your bartender doesn't know you've made similar mistakes before. They have no preconceived notions. Their perspective is not colored by your past actions or your future obligations. They can only offer input based on what you tell them at that moment. This emotional distance is key. Because your secret has no direct impact on their life, they aren't threatened by it, they aren't disappointed by it, and they have no personal stake in trying to change your mind. This creates a unique space for simple honesty. You don't have to manage their feelings or anticipate their reaction. You can just talk. It's an interesting paradox that many people with social anxiety report. They have no problem talking to strangers, but feel immense anxiety around people they know. That's because with strangers, the interaction is simple. It's a clean transaction of story and attention. With friends and family, it's a complex negotiation of identities, expectations, and emotional history. The stranger offers a judgment-free zone where your story can be heard for what it is without the weight of who you're supposed to be. If the bartender is the classic confessional, then the internet is its modern, digital equivalent. The same principles that make it easy to talk to a stranger at a bar are often amplified online. It's a phenomenon psychologist John Suler called the online disinhibition effect. Online, you're not just anonymous, you can be invisible. The delay in communication, the gap between sending a message and getting a reply, gives you time to craft your thoughts with honesty, without the pressure of a real-time reaction. Authority and social status get flattened. Everyone is just a username, an equal in the digital space. Now, this disinhibition has two sides. It's responsible for toxic behavior like cyberbullying and trolling. But it also leads to what Suler calls benign disinhibition, a remarkable willingness to open up and be vulnerable. Platforms like Reddit, TikTok, and anonymous forums have become the world's digital confessionals. People post about their deepest regrets, their secret battles with mental health, and their most profound fears to an audience of faceless strangers. They share truths they might not tell their closest friends because the core ingredients are the same. No real-world consequences and no judgment from their immediate social circle. Someone on a social anxiety forum captured this perfectly, saying, "I have no problem with strangers, but seems I have terrible social anxiety with people I know." This isn't a contradiction, it's the key to the whole thing. Familiarity, in many ways, breeds fear. The fear of losing respect, of damaging trust, of becoming a burden. The internet, just like the bartender, offers an escape from that fear. It provides a space where you can be your vulnerable, secret self without threatening the carefully constructed self you show the world every day.
So, what's the takeaway here? This impulse to confide in a stranger isn't a sign that your relationships are weak or failing. It's a normal and often psychologically healthy coping mechanism. It's about the fundamental human need to be heard and understood without risk. The emotional relief that comes from confession is a powerful force, helping us process guilt and hold on to our self-esteem when we feel we've made a mistake. Now, to be clear, a bartender or a Reddit thread is not a substitute for a therapist or the deep, enduring support of a trusted friend. But they serve a different and equally vital purpose. They serve as temporary keepers of our secrets, the blank slates that allow us to express ourselves, if only for a moment. Research has shown that people consistently underestimate how much they'll enjoy connecting with a stranger, yet report a significantly more positive experience when they actually do it. We are social animals who are made healthier and happier when we connect with others, even in these fleeting, anonymous ways. What about you? Have you ever experienced this stranger on the train effect? That unexpected moment of confession with someone you knew you'd never see again? Share your experiences in the comments below. And if you found this interesting, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more explorations into the psychology that drives our daily lives. The next time you find yourself sharing something personal with a stranger, whether they're pouring you a drink or just a username on a screen, know that you're not being unusual. You're taking part in a very human search for clarity, release, and understanding in the safety of the unknown. If this made you think, imagine what's next. Subscribe and explore the ideas shaping the way we live and understand ourselves. Thank you, and see you in the next video.